It's almost that time of year when the leaves change colors, kids return to school, and Cowboys fans predict another Super Bowl.
What?
The G-Men have arrived. With a dreadful 2013 season in the rear view, the Giants in many ways emerge with a new identity. With some familiar and important pieces now gone from blue, the Giants have questions coming into 2014, and so do I.
First and goal from the 1.
After a career-low season in 2013 that saw Eli's completion percentage, his QBR rating, and his touchdown totals reach record lows, his interceptions, on the other hand, were at an all-time high with 27. A few factors worked against Eli last season. A decimated line which differed from week to week, which only aided to the abysmal running game, lackluster play from the tight end, and a #1 receiver that was focused on his off-season agenda a year in advance. That said, Eli was pretty damn terrible last year, folks, and as often as the play calling was atrocious, so too were some of those interceptions. With a brand new system in place, a rebuilding line and new weapons, Eli Manning is posed for another comeback season in a system built around his strengths.
Second down and goal to go from the 6.
The Brandon Myers experiment is over. After a trial and error run with Myers, too often Eli and Myers were never on the same page. Whether by lack of chemistry or trust in the game plan, Myers was never the guy for this system. The G-Men enter camp with a tight end by committee. Larry Donnell, veteran Kellen Davis, and Jerry Reese's unicorn Adrian Robinson all compete for a starting spot. It's now or never for Robinson, though, who has yet to reach his potential from setbacks 2 seasons in a row, with Donnell so far emerging as the go-to tight end in camp. A pivotal position in Coach Ben McAdoo's West Coast offense might not be up for grabs much longer.
Third and goal.
For the first time in his career, Eli Manning enters the season with a new coordinator. Former Packers QB coach Ben McAdoo brings his fast-paced West Coast-style offense to Big Blue. McAdoo's offense is fast. Short, quick passes that are timed around quick releases from the QB. The Giants' fast receivers like Cruz, Jernigan, and ODB should excel in this yards-after-catch friendly offense, with Randall being the over-the-top go-to target. The Giants don't have time to mourn the loss of David Wilson. We're set in the backfield with free agent Rashard Jennings and the dynamic rookie Andre Williams, not to mention the beastly Peyton Hillis. And shockingly, seen in the first preseason game, the Giants will run screens out of the backfield for the first time since 1987. With this faster pace offense keeping Eli fresh, challenged, and untouched, a 70% completion rating isn't impossible. I think Eli and Cruz are going to have an absolutely monster year in year 1 of this new offense.
4th and goal and a half a yard.
The loss of David Wilson is far from the only subtraction from last year's team. Tuck, Knoxx, Andre Brown, Will Hill, and more, virtually the entire offensive line, and by the grace of God, Brandon Myers. With key additions this offseason in free agency like Cromartie, Thurman, and Depps, the Giants will roll out one of the toughest secondaries in the league. The big question mark is who steps up on the defensive line. Can JPP recapture his former self? Will the monster be unleashed in the absence of Tuck? Listen, if the D-line is healthy, we'll be fine, especially the presence up the middle. With Beeson anchoring the next level and this secondary behind him, this D is nothing to fuck with, folks. All eyes will be on the offensive line with 3 new starters across the board. If this line can gel and create lanes for these 2 dynamic backs, there's no reason the Giants aren't competing for the division title again in a bounce-back season.
The kick is good. The Giants win it.
As far as I'm concerned, this division is wide open. The Giants' defense could be absolutely scary, and what we've seen so far from this new offense is a breath of fresh air. The right weapons are being assembled by Eli, and if this line can stay healthy, the Giants will compete for this division and make everyone forget about an absolutely disgusting 2013.